Hey guys, welcome back to the channel McNallie Money, your home of all things stock, investment, and personal finance related. In today's video, we're going to be profiling Liberty Defense Holdings. This is another company involved in the scan detection or scan technology sector. Very interesting business model that we're going to talk about in today's presentation. Before we get into it, take a second, hit the like button, you guys. Big help to myself and the channel. If you're not already subscribed, McNallie Money, feel free to join. We just crossed the 42,000 subscriber milestone. We'd love to have you as part of the community. And finally, let me know in the comment section below if you've heard of this company before, if you're currently holding shares of Liberty Defense, and your outlook for this sector moving into 2025. Now, with that being said, let's get into today's video. Okay guys, so that's right. Today's video, we're going to be taking a look at Liberty Defense Holdings Limited. This one trades on the Toronto Stock Exchange Venture or TSXV under the ticker SCAN, SCAN, and on the OTCQB in the United States under the ticker LDDFF. Now, as you can see, a very strong session for Liberty Defense Holdings. This is midday Wednesday, February 19th, currently up 39 cents per share or just under 27% on the day. And you can see during intraday trading, shares surpassing $1.90, currently trading hands at $1.86 Canadian. Now, Liberty Defense Holdings is a very unique company. They're involved in the development and commercialization of active 3D imaging technology systems for security industry, primarily here in Canada and the United States. And their Hexwave system, which we're going to learn about in today's video, really is a clear differentiator for Liberty Defense Holdings. Now, because this is the first time covering Liberty Defense on the channel, I wanted to jump over to the corporate website. I'll leave this linked in the video description below as well, libertydefense.com. Here you can see more details about their company, products, investor relation component of the website, along with recent news, which we're going to look at next up, and an image at this Hexwave trademarked system, which is a walkthrough portal screen for non-metallic and metallic threats, without the need for individuals to remove phones or wallets from their pockets, obviously speeding up the entire screening process. And here's a closer look at exactly how the system itself works.
Liberty Defense is a multi-technology safety and security company. We have a flagship product, which is the Hexwave, which is a walk-through screening portal that's contactless and can process 1,000 people per hour. In addition, we've obtained aviation security technology from Pacific Northwest National Labs on an exclusive license basis. We are located in Atlanta, where we have our Center of Excellence for Engineering, and will soon be opening an office just outside of Boston in Wilmington, Massachusetts.
So as you can see, great technology, a ton of relevant use cases. You could imagine concerts, conferences like the one we're going to next week, airport screening centers, or of course, malls, or really any other major public gathering space. Liberty Defense is a leader in next generation walk-through threat detection to detect concealed threats in all verticals. The need for security measures that protect lives in public spaces has never been greater. Armed with licensed technologies from leading security and defense research institutions, Liberty Defense's experienced management team is positioned to bring contactless security to public and private spaces to solve challenging problems of screening people for firearms, explosives, and IEDs. So this is obviously a sector that's become more and more relevant as public security is paramount in today's society. Liberty Defense coming up with a technology that allows contactless screening of large volumes of people without the intrusive factor or time limitations of existing screening processes. Now, if we jump over to the product section of the website, you can see the Hexwave system itself, which uses active millimeter wave video rate 3D imaging and AI to detect all types of concealed metallic and non-metallic weapons and other prohibited items. Hexwave allows for rapid automated people screening using a high throughput contactless walkthrough portal, very portable with the system itself on wheels, allowing you to really set up a screening point at any entrance or exit of a facility. Now, we just mentioned mentioned, they detect both metal and non-metallic threats using this active 3D imaging and AI technology. One of the key differentiators is this high throughput flow. As you can imagine, in venues like concerts or airports, there's obviously a big demand for people to move through these stations efficiently and safely. And as you can see in the next point, no divesting of common benign items like keys, wallets, cell phones, or jackets is required, like you're currently asked to remove with many of the existing technology platforms. Now, the Hexwave system then delivers automatic threat detection through a go, no-go decision powered by AI and deep learning algorithms. So another great use case for artificial intelligence, and yet again, another industry we're seeing leverage the benefits of AI. Integrates with smart IoT or Internet of Things functionality for connectivity to existing security systems, and as I just mentioned, provides both indoor and outdoor coverage, enabling standoff detection and supporting a layered defense strategy. Now, Liberty Defense has just come out with a couple of big press releases that I want to touch on a little bit later in the presentation. However, before we do, I thought it was important to take a look at the investor deck and get a deeper look at what this company is all about. Now, unfortunately, we've all seen these headlines. Crime and shootings are at an all-time high. The need for real-time threat detection is paramount in society, and governments around the world are looking for a solution to this unique and growing threat. Now, currently, the security screening market is valued at $11.72 billion in 2024 just in the United States alone. That's expected to grow to $25.7 billion by 2034. Terrorism, geopolitical tensions, of course, are on the rise. And unfortunately, there's been more than 420 mass shootings in the United States this year alone. And keep in mind, this deck was put together in December of 2024. Now, couple that with the emerging risks and challenges of identifying things like 3D printed weapons, resulting in this obvious need for evolving detection technology. Now, that's obviously where the Hexwave platform comes in. This is a people and shoe scanner using AI to distinguish between harmless objects and potential threats. Again, harnessing the power of disruptive AI technology through their non-intrusive scanning within seconds. And as we talked about earlier in the presentation, this proprietary millimeter wave design is mobile, offering flexibility in various different uses, ideal for airport screening and commercial applications. And as we saw in the introductory video earlier in the presentation, they also have the ability to upgrade existing TSA scanning stations using their TSA upgrade kit, which is developed as a solution to aging HD or AIT systems currently used in airports throughout North America. And this is obviously a great solution as it allows improved imaging capabilities to detect new and emerging threats, but is also an inexpensive option to replacing all of these existing stations. And interestingly enough, one of those articles we talked about earlier in the presentation came out on January 22nd, talking about Liberty Defense being granted formal Federal Communication Commission or FCC waiver for their high-definition AIT upgrade kit, which is what we just looked at, marking another important milestone for this ultra-wideband high-definition imaging technology. And with Bill Frayne, the CEO of Liberty, going on to say this marks another significant milestone for Liberty's HD to AIT advanced product development as we move towards finalizing the commercialization of this technology with the potential to upgrade existing body scanners at US airports. So this is obviously a big step or continuation in the right direction, following the news that came out in September when they announced the continued funding from the Transport Security Administration, or TSA, to complete the development and eventual rollout of this technology. This will enable us to achieve an unparalleled level of security screening and throughput, as we talked about earlier, as passenger traffic continues to grow at these airports. So a great practical example or press release speaking to the technology that's presented in this investor deck. Now, they then go into some of the details about the technology itself, so the antenna array and transceiver, the 3D radar image reconstruction, automatic threat detection using that AI and deep learning layer, along with the smart IoT or Internet of Things functionality, which essentially allows real-time data capture, which is then converted into 3D radar images. They are interpreting this data in real time using AI and then providing connectivity to the existing security systems to warrant a response. Now, in addition to the TSA or airport opportunity listed under aviation, there's also market opportunities in correctional facilities or prisons, distribution centers to help with theft prevention, critical infrastructure as we talk about on the Bitcoin and power generation side of things, government facilities, hospitals, schools, and of course sports and entertainment venues, all of which are continuing to grow and have increased security demands as the years go on. And here's a potential case study of one of these opportunities with aviation worker screening, which in many cases involves insiders knowing about smuggling contraband and weapons through these security portals, and this was sized or identified as a $50 million opportunity on its own. Now, this is another slide I really liked in the investor presentation, talking about the competitive landscape. As you can see along the top, a number of key metrics or comparables to the Liberty Hexwave platform, and some of the key screening requirements, including metallic threats, cost, indoor-outdoor use, and 3D imaging. And as you can see, compared to these other operators, Liberty Hexwave is the only one to receive approval in each and every category, allowing one holistic solution where some of these other technologies may fall short. Now, as you can imagine, they've already announced a number of partnerships and contracts with various different airports around North America. You can also see the Texas Department of Corrections listed with a total backlog of 40 units, again, as of December 2024. And on the right, you can see a number of customer deliveries that have already been completed, really spanning the globe in terms of geography and applications. And they then go on to give additional detail about the traction for both the TSA upgrade kit and the Hexwave platform, which leads us nicely to our final press release of today's video. Now, this one came out just on the 28th of January, entitled Liberty Defense is pleased to announce that Palm Springs International Airport has selected the Hexwave for its employee screening initiative. This is an airport that I've flown through myself many times. And as part of their new TSA mandate on employee screening, which came into place back in April of 2023, requiring all U.S. airports to adopt physical screening procedures for employees with access to secure side areas of the airport, has now selected the Hexwave system to fulfill this mandate at Palm Springs International Airport. Now, PSP, or Palm Springs International, sees about 3.2 million passengers per year. So obviously throughput, in addition to security, is of critical importance at this airport. With Bill Frayne once again going on to say, we're thrilled to partner with Veterans High Risk Security Solutions and the Palm Springs Airport on their employee screening initiatives, and we're eager to expand our services in the region. There's a strong and growing interest in Hexwave among small, medium, and large airport authorities to meet the worker screening mandate. The mobility, user-friendliness, and effectiveness of Hexwave make it an ideal solution for airports aiming to meet the TSA's screening requirements. We anticipate that Hexwave will become a leading choice nationwide as airports work to fulfill this mandate. So yet again, another great example of this technology in action, helping these various different airport authorities live up to this required mandate. So for those reasons, you guys, I'd definitely be interested in hearing your thoughts on Liberty Defense Holdings. Let me know in the comment section below if you've ever heard of this company before, if you're currently holding shares, and your outlook for this type of technology moving forward. If you're still watching the video at this point, hopefully you found some value, so make sure you hit the like button. Feel free to subscribe, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.